Hey everybody, Logan here. Hope everybody had an amazing, epic, awesome, Merry Christmas. I got some awesome things myself. If you haven't seen those videos yet, go check them out. I've already posted 2 things. I've got more coming in the pipeline. Show you some really cool gaming stuff I got for Christmas. That's not what we're talking about. Hopefully, again, you guys got some great gaming stuff too. But we're going to talk about some news today. So it's funny because this news kind of came out almost a month ago, but it's kind of slid under the radar. And that's, hey, PS6 confirmed. PlayStation 6 has been confirmed. Well, we knew it was coming out. It's just a matter of when. But now the release window, or at least the year, has been confirmed. So I've seen this article through a couple of different sources. I like this one. I've never heard of this website myself. It's called Hype Beast. Never heard of it. But I like the way they presented the information. I was looking for the specific leak or the specific source information. They posted it completely. I had to pick and grab, and I was like, you know what, I don't like this. And then I finally found this one. It seems like a small website, but not too small. If anybody knows more about them, you can drop them in the comments below. But I did see this article, and I thought this would be very bring you guys, because the Sony PlayStation 6 release timing leaked in official documents. I wouldn't necessarily say leaked. I would say, I don't even know if I would say announced, but it kind of goes, hey, this is what we were thinking. Yeah, you're pretty right. So let's shut up and look at the article just a bit more. So, part of the ongoing Microsoft Activision merger investigation. So technically, Microsoft kind of let it out of the bag, but it technically is official. Technically, we're gonna read and you're gonna see. So we're gonna start with this right here, and this is the quote, and then we'll just go through it from there. A rough time frame of when the Sony PlayStation 6 will be released has just been leaked, discovered in documents from the United Kingdom's Competition Markets Authority as part of the ongoing Microsoft Activision merger investigation. It appears the PlayStation 6, PS6, will either be coming out late 2027 or in 2028, giving the PlayStation 5 a rough life cycle of 7 years. 8 years, because it came out 2020. And if it's in 2028, yeah, you're giving it, okay, rough. Just about it. Closer to 8 than would be 7. So, let's think about this. Most game consoles back in the day had a 5 to 6 year lifespan. Then they tried, Sony in particular tried to do the 10-year life cycle, which didn't really work because life cycles, a lot of people see them differently. Some people see them as life cycles of just when it's out by itself, or from the day of the birth when it releases to the day it's discontinued, which is the technical life cycle. But if we know, like, the PS1 kept getting games after the PS2 came out, but it was all shovelware, is that really a life cycle? Is that... Yeah, I guess you can keep making games. Like, the PS4 technically still isn't dead, but the PS5 has been out for 2 years now. So those are debatable. But if you think about it, it's saying, yeah, that the PlayStation 5 is going to be dead as soon as the PlayStation 6 comes out. No. So the life cycle will be a minimum 8 years, minimum, before they discontinue anything for it. It'll probably be them pushing 10. Sony likes to push that 10-year window before, you know, anything is official and goes, we're done. So the document reads, Microsoft has offered to continue making Activision's games available on PlayStation only until 2027. By the time SIE launched the next generation of its PlayStation console, which is likely to occur around redacted. It would have lost access to Call of Duty and other Activision titles, making it extremely vulnerable to consumer switching and subsequent degradation in its competitiveness, reads PlayStation's argument. Even assuming, okay, they didn't open the quotes here, but they have an end quotes here. Okay, that's a little flub-dub. So, quote, even assuming that SIE had the ability and resources to develop a similarly successful franchise to Call of Duty, it would take many, many years and billions of dollars to create a challenger to Call of Duty. And the example of EA's Battlefield shows that any such efforts would more than likely be unsuccessful. Shouldn't there be an end quote there? Okay. So you need work on that. Copy editor. So, for those unfamiliar, this is part of an ongoing situation where Sony is attempting to prevent the $68.7 billion USD, United States dollars, acquisition of Activision-Blizzard to Microsoft Xbox. While this will give Xbox titles like Overwatch, Diablo, and World of Warcraft, Sony's main concern is Call of Duty, where the game has such a large fan base that it could influence the mass switching of consoles. That's a possibility, but the majority of what you see here, those three, are bigger on PC. That's why Sony doesn't care. Overwatch is pretty big, but I highly doubt we're going to see Overwatch become an Xbox exclusive. Xbox PC, it does very well on the Switch. I know people who played on PlayStation. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. Hey, it might possibly with Overwatch 5 or something like that. Diablo, I don't think Sony cares enough about Diablo, but I could see Diablo going specifically to Xbox and PC. World of Warcraft will stay on PC, maybe on console. I don't know. I highly doubt it. I think it's just going to stay a PC game. So this dude, I don't know who this dude is, but they quoted him saying PlayStation 6 will launch in 2028 or after, according to Sony. Looks like another 5 years or more left in the PlayStation 5 lifecycle. So I'm not sure why they quoted this dude. Don't know who you are. And there you go. So the article doesn't go crazy into detail about it, and the quote needed a little copy editing there for your quote and unquote. But yeah, I think that's a good jumping off point. So we actually know the PS6 is coming out. We knew that. It's just a matter of when. A lot of us, as my friends group, this is what we kind of expected. This is what we've talked about, me and Lish per se. We've talked about it quite a bit. It's like every time another console comes out, a year or so into it, it's like, all right, when do we think the next one's coming out? I was like, all right, knowing this generation, considering it still hasn't even taken full effect with console exclusives where the games are just coming out for PS5 is just starting to hit. We're just starting to see games not come out for PS4, but a lot of games, even Sony's first party games, are still coming PS4 and PS5. So maybe next year might be the first full year. I doubt it. I think it's going to be 2024 is going to be the first full year of PlayStation 5 only titles, where the game's only going to be on PlayStation 5. And maybe we'll see the PS4 become the shovelware console at that time. But if that's the case, then we technically only have 24, 25, 26, and 27. 4 full years of this console exclusivity, just having a PS5. And that's mainly because of the pandemic and its nonsense and all the garbage that has gone on with that has really put a hindering, and them scalpers, that has really put a hindering on this PlayStation. I really say it's the pandemic. But now that that's over, we have, nothing to really worry about. Things are going to start, hopefully things will start kicking back in up, but I don't think next year is going to be that good of a year either. I think not until about 2025 where we're going to see a big change. By that time, well, at least here in the States, we're going to see hopefully a big change, and things start getting better. And then by that time, maybe we'll have 3 years left to actually have good exclusives for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. But hey, only time will tell. So without getting into any further nitty gritty, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Tell me what you guys think about the PlayStation 6. Do you care? Do you even have a PlayStation 5 yet? Because I know there's a lot of people on my channel who watch that do have it, but a lot more that don't and are still trying to get it. Hopefully you guys might have gotten one for Christmas. If not, a Series X. That would be great. Maybe you even got a Series S. So let me know. Drop it in the comments below. Thank you guys so much. Again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share this video. Follow us on our socials at Red Bandana Gaming on Facebook and Instagram at RBG_retro on the Twitter. Thank you guys so much. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell for notifications. Hey, and grab a shirt while you're down there. Use some of that Christmas money. Help us out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.